Every day begins with a simple miracle. You wake up. Your awareness flickers on. Your thoughts begin to flow, and you recognize the world around you. But what is this spark of awareness? What is human consciousness? For centuries, this question has puzzled philosophers, scientists, and thinkers alike. Today we'll explore what we know and what remains a mystery about this incredible phenomenon. To begin, what do we mean by consciousness? At its simplest, it's our capacity to be aware of ourselves, our thoughts, and the external world. It's what makes us feel alive and present in the moment. Throughout history, consciousness has been examined from many angles. Ancient philosophers like Plato and Aristotle speculated about the soul and the mind. In modern science, consciousness is often seen as a product of the brain's physical processes, yet defining it in precise terms remains challenging. Thanks to neuroscience, we now know that consciousness arises from complex interactions in the brain. The cerebral cortex, the brain's outer layer, is central to this. It's where sensory information is processed, decisions are made, and memories are formed. Within the cortex, certain regions play specific roles. The prefrontal cortex, for instance, is critical for self-awareness and planning. The thalamus acts as a hub, relaying sensory data to other parts of the brain. Meanwhile, the default mode network, or DMN, activates when we're introspective or daydreaming, connecting various parts of the brain into a cohesive experience. Scientists have also identified unique brainwave patterns linked to consciousness. Gamma waves, for example, are thought to unify different brain regions, allowing us to perceive the world as a seamless whole. Brain imaging has even helped differentiate states of consciousness, from wakefulness to dreaming to deep comas. While neuroscience has uncovered much about how the brain works, it hasn't explained why consciousness exists. This is what philosopher David Chalmers famously called the hard problem of consciousness. The hard problem asks, how do physical processes in the brain create subjective experiences? For instance, when you bite into a ripe strawberry, you don't just register its physical properties, you experience its sweetness, its texture, its vibrant red color. These sensations, called qualia, are deeply personal. No scan or measurement can fully capture what it feels like to be you. Machines can process data and perform tasks, but they don't feel anything. So why do humans? Is consciousness an evolutionary byproduct, a fundamental property of the universe, or something else entirely? These are questions we still can't answer. Theories about consciousness vary widely. One perspective sees it as emerging from the brain's complexity, a property that arises when neural networks reach a certain threshold of interaction. Another theory, called integrated information theory, suggests that consciousness depends on how well a system integrates information. Others go beyond the brain entirely. Panpsychism, for example, proposes that consciousness is a universal property, present in all matter to some degree. This idea challenges our understanding of reality itself, suggesting that even the smallest particles might have a rudimentary form of awareness. And then there's the question of altered states of consciousness. Meditation, dreams, psychedelics and near-death experiences all expand our understanding of what consciousness can be. Are these states merely the brain behaving differently? Or do they reveal hidden dimensions of the mind or even the universe? Despite the mysteries, we're making progress. Researchers are exploring the possibility of consciousness in artificial intelligence. Can machines ever truly wake up, or is consciousness uniquely human? Quantum theories of consciousness, though controversial, suggest that the mind might be linked to the fabric of the universe itself. Meanwhile, advancements in brain-computer interfaces could one day help us map consciousness in unprecedented detail, or even extend it beyond biological limits. These efforts aren't just about understanding the brain, they touch on profound questions. What does it mean to be alive, to be aware, to exist? Consciousness isn't just an abstract concept. It's the lens through which we experience everything. Love, creativity, curiosity, and even the quest to understand itself. Studying consciousness doesn't just reveal how we think, it sheds light on what it means to be human. The mystery of consciousness reminds us of our limits and our potential. It's a puzzle we may never fully solve, but perhaps that's part of its beauty. It challenges us to think deeper, to question more, and to appreciate the incredible gift of simply being aware. Consciousness connects us to the world and to each other. What do you think? Will we ever unlock its secrets, or is it destined to remain one of life's greatest enigmas? The journey to find out is perhaps the most conscious thing we can do.